Hi there, this is Carlito Fluito, and first of all, congratulations for having got this spreadsheet by Raining Rosas. And second, I want to explain you how to use it, right? So this is the year, right? And this is the template, okay? So I recommend you not to modify the template and not to modify the year, right? So you don't need to touch anything here because everything is automatic already. So I did it for you. And as you can see, for example, here, so you go to January, to this place, and then you will find it. So what you have to do is basically to write down the things that you are doing and where are you getting the money from and how are you spending your money. So in January, income, for example, let's imagine that you had a workshop, you gave a workshop, and then 10 participants, 10 euros, you have to pay the school. So you just write as much as you earn. So imagine that this day you made 100 euros. So you put it there. Imagine that the 6th of 6th of January, you had a promotion work, maybe a Christmas campaign, and you got paid 150 for an ad. Imagine that you have another job and you get paid at the end of the month. So then you get paid here on the 31st, for example, or the 28th, whenever, and you get paid 1,200 euros. And imagine that you are doing a performance, and this day you did a performance, they pay you 100, and then you did another performance, you pay you 100. And you can put here as many things. For example, if you do modeling, you can write modeling. Now, important, if you change it because you are actually doing it, remember that this is going to, you have to change it all over everywhere, as well as here, right? So this is this message. If you want to add concepts, add them in the columns to the right, here. Do not create concepts in the middle of previous concepts. Don't do it here. And then, or don't put it on top, because if you put it on top, it will change things. If you change it in the annual sheet, this is not going to change by default. So do not add extra rows either, because it will change the annual data. Okay, so the things are quite fixed and they are quite easy. So just don't touch them too much. If you want to touch things, just contact me. And as you can see here, the things get automatically added. So here you have 200, here you have 100, 200, and then you have here the income, right? So this is the total income of the month. And now you have expenses as every other human being. So imagine that you went to the supermarket and you spend 50 euros, and then you go again to the supermarket and 50, and then you go again 50 euros and 50 euros, right? The rent of the house, you live in a very nice apartment and your rent is 400 euros. And something that I wanted to mention here is like you can add things with text, supermarket, and it doesn't affect the result, okay? So this allows you rent, and then maybe you wrote 30 euros on electricity, right? And also here you could add like a ad, you know, or ad for perfume or cologne, right? And here you can say like performance, and maybe your piece was oxytocin, so then you can write it. And here maybe you are doing marketing for a company, so marketing, and then you write company, you know. So you can write these things, and it's even more powerful because then you have a very, very clear concept of what's going on and when. Bars, you went to a bar the 1st of January to celebrate New Year, you spend 50 euros, right? So you can write here a bar, whatever you like. So bar, seafood. I don't recommend vegan, right? Vegan, very beautiful. Transport, you went to visit your family during Christmas, so then you spend 30 euros on the train to go to Vienna to Berlin, for example. Yeah, whatever you want to write. This, you spend 20 euros with the Wi-Fi, so you can write it. And then you spend 50 euros in the mobile phone, for example. Education, if you go to classes, so maybe you spend 50 euros to go to the Tamos workshop, which I fully recommend, as you can imagine. And then you spend another 50 euros to go to a contemporary class, right? Alcohol. Why I have created a different one for alcohol? Because these ones, alcohol, sweets, and coffee, they are very good ones to cut off. You know, so these are expenses that you can easily cut off, and then your balance sheet will be better at the end of the month. So imagine if you went for some beers in New Year's Eve, well, you can count them on the 31st or you can count them on the 1st. But imagine you drink here 3 beers with friends and you were very generous that day, you wanted to pay 9 euros. Another day, you went out, you start drinking party, you spend 20 euros and you put the party, right? Sweets. If you are like me and you like sweets, it's something that you can also cut off. So for example, you go to the supermarket and then you eat some patisserie or some croissant, for example, and then another day you went here and you say, okay, I want cake today, right? Coffee, you want to go to nice coffees to work, so coffee nice, or you can bar cafe Blue Monday, you can write whatever you want at the end of the day. And the same, you went to another coffee and you spend another 3 euros in a nice, what is it called, cappuccino. You can write whatever. Clothes, if you bought some trousers, for example, because you wanted to work, then you spend 20 euros. Another day you bought t-shirt and you spend 15, right? So it doesn't matter. The point is like everything gets so automated. And of course you can keep here writing other concepts, right? Concept A, concept B. And if you add concepts, remember that you have to add the concepts as well here, right? So after close there is nothing. But the spreadsheet is very smart. So if you go here and you write 30, this is saved and is automatically added here and is automatically added here, right? This 30. So then you need to write here concept, right? Concept A. Okay. Yeah, so you know. And yeah, this is basically wonderful, you know, because you have here the 1,600, this, and then this is the total income of the month, and you are lucky, you have revenue. Congratulations, because everything gets tracked, okay? So this is the total of January. This is the total of the year so far, because we only have January. And then you have also the concepts. So how much per concept? And finally, annual profit. Congratulations, you have money. Otherwise, if you don't have, you know, for example, February, let's put first the rent, for example. The rent was 400. And then all this food is 50 plus 50 plus 50, right? So the spreadsheet is so smart. Let's exaggerate a bit. So let's imagine that you travel a lot and then you spend this 200 in airplane tickets, right? You can write here airplane, and then you can write here airplane as well. Yeah, so then you spend 1,000 and then you are minus 1,000 this month. And this is going to affect on the year because now you are negative on the year. So your expenses were higher than your income. And in the month, obviously, you are also negative, right? So trust on the spreadsheet. It works, okay? And just create the habit of writing down your expenses, right? Okay? If in any of this is not working, because as you can see here, this row, this column is frozen. So when I move to the right, is fixed. But in some others, is not. So basically, just to have some understanding, you go to view, freeze, one column is frozen, right? So you can do it yourself. Also, you can change the dates if you want or month, right? To create a new one, you can always copy this one, like here, control copy, and you create a new one, like here, create a new sheet, and this could be new. You just copy paste, and it should work. Yeah, wonderful, right? We can eliminate this one, so we don't want extra things. Delete. If you have any questions, please reach out. Otherwise, you are good to go. Just be consistent, track your expenses, track your income, because even if it's negative, and sometimes we don't like to see negative numbers here, it's okay, because you are gaining awareness, right? And you want to be aware of the things in your life. This is very important. Denial is not going to take you anywhere. Denial is just going to make your life more difficult. So just be aware of what's going on in your life. And if you start seeing like, okay, too much money on clothes, too much money on coffees, too much money on alcohol, sweets, you consider it, okay? Education is normally good for your life. Communication, you need it. Transport, You can also figure out things through transport if you can save it up. Bars and restaurants, we need to enjoy life. It's also your choice. Rent as well. You might always want to share your room or find means around, and food. You can try intermittent fasting if that's what you want. And also this is going to give you possibilities on how to monetize your time and your skills and your ideas, right? So what are other types of concept A, concept B, concept C that can give you more money? And I wish you the best. I hope this was useful, and I wish you a wonderful financial life. And please reach out if you have any questions. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Ciao.